Doctor Who is a British science fiction series broadcast by the BBC since 1963. The Doctor travels through time and space, sorting out galactic problems and battling monsters in the name of truth and justice. In fact, the Doctor is no stranger to the Hoosier state. Camby, Indiana is the home of Who North America, the largest Doctor Who retailer and museum in the United States.
As people come into the store, they're greeted by a Dalek.
I am awaiting orders!
And the Dalek has various things that he says. Most of them, in typical Dalek fashion, are, well, menacing.
We are the superior beings!
When they first open the door, they see the TARDIS right there. They see other Doctor Who paraphernalia and toys and stuff around them, and immediately their jaws drop. And they will stand there a step or two inside the door and just look. And Keith's first question is, have you been here before? And the funniest part about that, some of them say, yeah, but I am never bored when I step through this door.
Even as a kid, I couldn't get Doctor Who stuff, and that's one of the things that I really wanted to, find Doctor Who products.
I had to write to people in London, and it was discouraging because a lot of times they would have an offer in Doctor Who magazine for these wonderful tiles or plates. So I'd go to the bank, I'd get a draft, I'd fill it out, and then I'd get it back saying, I'm sorry, we don't sell to the United States.
So with the internet, I wanted to start contacting some companies in the UK, like Daypole, which is making the Doctor Who toys and action figures. And they said, well, we don't have anyone really bringing it in the United States, and we don't sell direct to retail customers. But if you buy a certain amount, we would be happy to sell it to you. So I talked to my wife, and we were really tight in funds. But I said, if I can buy $1,000 worth of toys, I can keep some of them and sell the rest on our website that we were developing. I think they'll sell. She
Very
thought,
selfish motive.
Yeah, selfish motives, because I wanted to keep some for myself. She agreed to go ahead and we'd do it. And the funny thing is, they came in, and within a week I had to order more. They were all bought out with that quick. So that's really where we began in 1998.
I mean, Who About the Shop, of course, had a great reputation. They imported many things. I bought quite a few videos from them over the years, especially back in the 90s. Some Doctor Who magazines that I couldn't get locally. It was just really a nice option, especially being in Indiana. It was really quick for shipping.
When you come to our facility now, one of the things you'll notice is there's lots of Doctor Who items on display, and that's kind of what we started doing. Is we always wanted to set one aside for the museum eventually, which we now have, and that's where all my collection is. It's now the museum of our store.
It is a museum of products and toys and some prop replicas. And we even have a few items in there that were used in the shows. Things that are really big and well known, to things like this was a piece of wallpaper from this particular scene in the show. And sometimes just seeing the magic of all of that is enough to see somebody's eyes light up.
The first time we brought an actor over was Nicholas Briggs, voice of the Daleks. We brought him over for Gen Con, and Nicholas Briggs was doing Dalek voices during the event and doing autographs.
Humanoid detected, sterilization proceeding. Destroy, destroy, destroy.
So it was a lot of fun. So we had him, and then the next year, for the 50th anniversary, we brought over Peter Davison, who was the fifth Doctor.
That's the trouble with regeneration. You never quite know what you're going to get.
And then following that, we started working with PopCon, and PopCon wanted to bring Sophie Aldred, and then later, Sylvester McCoy first, then Sophie Aldred. So we had both the Seventh Doctor and his companion.
Ace, where do you think you're going?
Perivaux.
Ah, yes, but by which route? The direct route with glitz, or the scenic route? Well, do you fancy a quick trip round the 12 galaxies and then back to Perivale in time for tea?
Ace!
And that's when we got to know Sophie, and she was so very genuine and so enjoyable to be with. We're just so excited to have her come back.
The thing that my character was best known for, and probably me as well,
I beat up a Dalek with a baseball bat is my kind of opening line to somebody who says, what do you do?
Small human female sighted on level 3.
What are you calling small?
Under a tree.
I was obviously absolutely thrilled to do it all over again in The Power of the Doctor with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor.
Oi! Pepper pot!
That cabinet is where I put all the special one-of-a-kind items you will never find sold elsewhere because they're all custom-made. Where, people either make it by hand and then we kept a set for a museum. One of the thing was a TARDIS made out of a foam board, and that was actually made by Sophie Aldred.
Janie reminded me that when I was at Popcorn, right next to us there was a craft stall, and they were making these TARDISes, and I thought, I'd really like to make one of those.
During the not so busy time, she likes to make crafts like me. And so she built the TARDIS, and she even autographed on the top of it.
And I kind of decorated it all up, signed it, and Janie says that it's a centerpiece in one of their cabinets, which I'm very proud about.
With Doctor Who, you could spend a lifetime trying to watch it all or read it all or see it all. You'll never get there. It's one of those things when it's kind of the curse of the collector, because once you start, it's like, how far are you going to take your collection? Well, if you're going to take it all the way, you eventually start your own store.
One thing I want to say is that Who North America is a store that is set up by a fan for the fans.
Yeah.
It's a place for Doctor Who fans to come and congregate and have fun.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we always wanted. We want it to be fun when you come here. And we want to be able to spend an hour and a half here and feel like, wow, that was not a wasted trip. There's so much I can do. And there's stuff you can do for free. That's why the pinball machine's on free play. So people can come and play it and enjoy it. People can look at the museum for free because it's there for you to experience it, to sit down and have fun and, and be able to be here and relive your childhood.